Did you know that if you take weeds and put them into a bucket full of water, you can create this magical liquid gold that will fertilize your plants and make them grow stronger? Instead of buying expensive and artificial fertilizers from the shops, why not use what you have in abundance and make free fertilizer? Now, the definition of a weed is a wild plant that is growing in competition with cultivated plants. So for example, a plant like dead nettle here is growing in my grass, which is great for a diverse diet for my chickens. But dead nettle here in my garden beds where I want to grow vegetables this summer is not ideal. Now, many people dislike weeds, but I particularly think that weeds are awesome because they come in all shapes and sizes and all have different nutrient profiles. Something like stinging nettle, for example, is high in nitrogen, it is high in iron, vitamin C, magnesium, and calcium, whereas dandelions are high in potassium, phosphorus, calcium, manganese, and sodium. So if you want a fertilizer that is high in nitrogen for your leafy greens, for example, kale, use weeds like nettle. Whereas if you want something more for your tomatoes, use weeds like dandelion. But I personally don't like to worry about all of that. I just chuck everything in. All different kinds of weeds. And that makes a weed tea that is high in everything. A great all-rounder. Now, there are many different kinds of teas. Seaweed tea, weed tea, compost tea. Teas in general are a really good fertilizer to give to your plant because by watering your plants with this tea, the plants can easily and quickly absorb the nutrients through its roots. Or another cool idea is to spray it on your foliage of your plants. Anyway, if you want to know how to make a seaweed or a compost tea, then comment down below and I'll make a video. To make your weed tea, you need to gather some weeds, get a bucket, and grab some water. Now, the best water is rainwater because it is chlorine and fluoride free. Now, once your weeds are in the bucket, fill it up with some water. Now you can just leave it there to brew, but I recommend adding a lid so it doesn't become a mosquito breeding ground. But leave this lid off. Don't push it down too hard. Keep it loose so that it can breathe. Now you can just leave it like that and let it brew, or you can speed up the process by getting some compost and adding it to this mix as well. The compost will act just like a sourdough starter or just like a yogurt starter. It will inoculate the tea and speed up the fermentation process by introducing all different kinds of good bacteria. This tea will take anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks to ferment. The warmer the temperature, the quicker it will ferment. Now, once it's ready, it's going to be very, very dark and very stinky. Once it's ready, you can take out the leaves and put those leaves into your compost bin. Or if you want a stronger tea, you can leave it in there and leave it to ferment for a couple more weeks. Whatever you prefer, there's no fixed rule. Just remember that the longer you leave it there, the stronger it will become. Now, to use it into your garden, you will want to dilute it 1 part to 10 parts water, because too much of a good thing can be bad. If you use too much fertilizer, you can actually burn and damage the roots of your plants, and you don't want that. So now, if you're using a stronger weed tea, say 4 months or older, you will want to dilute it 1 to 50 parts water. So that's it. That's how to make your own weed tea. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time.